to the next one. Can you identify? Yes, right. It's earthquake. Now, whenever earthquake takes place, you know, earthquake is the resultant of friction between the tectonic plates. Different layers of the earth are going to have friction between them, which will lead to unequal length of the surface of the land. And finally, lots of destruction will take place. Now, whenever any infrastructure falls off, there'll be cloud of dust, right? Which will again give rise to air pollution. What's next? Correct. It's a cyclone. Now, cyclones are triggered or they takes place because of the oceanic currents which come from seas. And when they come along, whatever is there in the path is being carried away as the pressure of the wind exerted is very, very high. And this, can you identify the images? Yes, all the green and red color which you are able to see are nothing but microbes present in the air. Right. So all of these are the natural reasons which causes air pollution. What we are going to do is we'll list them quickly one by one. First being forest fire, second volcanic eruption, third earthquake, fourth cyclones, fifth microbes in the air. I want you all to write this, give a quick heading as air pollution. I'm sure you must have written the meaning or the definition of pollutant and air pollution. I want you to write reasons and make two bifurcations. On the left hand side, you will have natural reasons. On the right hand side, you will be giving heading as man-made reasons. On the left hand side column where you have given the heading as natural reasons, I want you all to list down these 5 reasons which can lead to air pollution. When I'm saying that you will have to write, I mean you have to write and not take a screenshot. Let's move on to the next type of reason, that is man-made reasons. Now this is the again second major category which add-ons to air pollution. Let's have a look at the man-made reasons for air pollution one by one. I want you all to identify what is it. Okay, there are many different answers. Yes, it's the garbage, is the deposition of garbage which is happening in open. And you know how potentially dangerous it is. No, it is not a construction site. It is a site at where garbage is been deposited in open. Let's have a look at the second image. The very famous ones. Yes, factories, industries, smoke. So we'll just label it on a single word called as industrial smoke. Whatever you are able to see is nothing but high chimneys releasing outside harmful or poisonous gases. That's the reason why they are situated at such a height. Third image. Correct. It's the burning of garbage in open. Is it harmful for us? Yes. Is this black smoke, if we are going to inhale this black smoke, will it be good or it'll be bad for our health? Obviously, it is going to be bad for health. What is this? No, that's not mining. These are vehicles. Is the visibility clear? No. Why? Because there's substantial amount of dust particles and particulate matter present in the air because of vehicular smoke. And this is an image from India. To be specific, it's an image taken from Delhi. And now, last one. Correct. These are mining sites. Now, you might be knowing whenever mining needs to be takes place, land are dug out in various depths. The depths could be as deep as that of several kilometers inside. There could be either mining done through various vehicles or with some special machineries or some internal bombing. Can anybody guess this? Yes, it's spraying of pesticides. Sara Shinde, please switch off your video. Thank you. Yes, it's spraying of pesticide. Is it potentially harmful for us? What if we inhale this? Are there chances that we may get ill? Yes, correct. It is lethal. Students, I'm requesting you once to please switch off your video. Ghatkopar branch student Sara Shinde, please switch off your video. Yes, these are atomic bombs. And for your information, these are very old images of the nuclear bomb which was thrown in Japan. I hope you remember the incidents, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yes, correct. These are the same images. Therefore, they are obtained in black and white. Now, all these are man-made reasons due to which air pollution takes place. Now, what we will do is we will list out all of them and we will write them down one by one. First one is throwing of garbage in open, burning of garbage in open, spraying of pesticides, potentially lethal, mining activity, industrial smoke, vehicular smoke, and atomic experiments or atomic bombing. Now, I want you all to quickly write that down. Hoping that it's done. And now I am moving on to the next slide. Now let's say when we say air pollution, one thing is common, that is pollutants. Now, what are we going to learn in pollutants? There are n number of pollutants which causes air pollution. But what are we going to do is we will be highlighting or we will be studying only the hero pollutants. These are one of those pollutants who have major amount of contribution for polluting the air. Okay, now let's have look at them one by one. So what we will be studying is, we will be studying the name of the pollutant. We will be studying the source of the pollutant, that a specific pollutant is obtained from which site. And thirdly, we will study the effects of that pollutants on humans. Okay, first I will explain. I want you all to listen to it very nicely, and then I'll give a minute's time to write them down. Let's have a look at the very first pollutant, that is sulfur dioxide. Chemical formula is SO2. Second one is carbon monoxide. Its formula is CO. The third pollutant is oxides of nitrogen. Now, when I say oxides of nitrogen, that means here nitrogen is present along with different atoms of oxygen. Therefore, it is called as oxides of nitrogen. Now, let's have the look at the very first pollutant, that is sulfur dioxide. Let us understand what is the source of sulfur dioxide. So, sulfur dioxide is obtained from factories where coal and mineral oil are used as fuel. Okay. Now, factories where coal and mineral oil is used as fuel, these factories will be emitting sulfur dioxide as a pollutant, and it will be released obviously from their chimneys. Coming to the second pollutant, that is carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is released when vehicular and industries give out smoke. Carbon monoxide is also released when wood is burned partially. Oxides of nitrogen. Again, one of the most dangerous and potentially harmful pollutant. The source for oxides of nitrogen is vehicular smoke. Therefore, people who are getting stuck into traffic for a very long duration, most of them will have respiratory tract diseases or respiratory tract disorders. Now let's understand what are the effects of these pollutants on humans, starting with the very first ones, that's sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide will cause an irritation of eyes, irritation to our respiratory tract. Excess amount of mucus will be released. We will have more amount of coughing, and there will be also breathing issues. Okay, moving on to the second effect caused by carbon monoxide on humans. So when we inhale carbon monoxide, what happens is our blood, who is actually responsible to carry hemoglobin, will keep hemoglobin aside and will give the seat to carbon monoxide. Now, is it a good thing or bad? Obviously bad. Why? Because hemoglobin and oxygen, they travel together, and it should be in this specific way itself. But when we are standing in an area where there is burning of wood taking place, and by chance if we are inhaling that air for a very long time, slowly and eventually our head will start paining. Why is it? Because the blood will carry carbon monoxide instead of the hemoglobin. Therefore, the effect is lowered oxygen carrying capacity of blood. Why? Only when blood is present with hemoglobin, it will give space for oxygen to sit with them. But if carbon monoxide is present, it will keep hemoglobin aside and it will invite carbon monoxide. Now tell me, if such is the case, will oxygen be able to go with the blood and go to each and every part of the body? No. If oxygen is not able to go to each and every part of the body, will that body part or the cells will be able to function very properly? No. So there is a very serious risk if you inhale carbon monoxide for a very, very long time. Let's say if there is any burning of wood taking place and you're standing beside it for 10 to 15 minutes, it is again potentially harmful. Okay? Coming to the effect caused by oxides of nitrogen, it will cause irritation to the respiratory tract and lungs. Now I want you all to make columns. Name the first column as pollutant, second column as source, and third column as effects. In the first column, that is for pollutants, you will be writing 3 serial numbers respectively as sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxides, and oxides of nitrogen. Second column, you'll be writing the sources from where they are obtained. And in the third column, you'll be writing the effects caused by them. If you're done with the column making, I want you all to write this. Okay, we are moving on to the next set of pollutants. Let's start with the first one, that is particulate matter, dust particles, and pesticides. Now this will be your serial number 4, 5, and 6. Let's have a look at the sources of these pollutants. Particulate matter will be emitted out from vehicles as well as from industrial smoke. Dust particles will be emitted out from vehicular and industrial smoke same. Pesticides won't come from vehicles. Pesticides would be produced wherever there is production of pesticides taking place and where there is use of pesticides made. So there are two places. It could be either the factories which are manufacturing pesticides or fields where pesticides are sprayed. All right. Moving on with the effects of these pollutants on human bodies. Let's move with the first one, that is particulate matter. If we inhale particulate matter, what will happen? We would get respiratory tract disease. Now, when I'm saying respiratory tract disease, it could be regarding your nose, nasal passage, trachea, lungs, alveoli, bronchi, anything. So any part of your respiratory tract could catch a serious infection. Moving on to the effect caused by dust, it can lead to silicosis. Silicosis is the name of a disease which is caused if we inhale dust particle for a very long time. And if you get a fill in the blank, what is silicosis? Silicosis is nothing but a disease caused to the lung. So what happens? This only, a person will only get a disease called as silicosis if the person is inhaling silica along with the dust particles. So actually what is happening is inside the lungs, deposition of silica takes place. Therefore, the name of the disease is silicosis. Let's come to the third effect that is caused by pesticide. If we inhale pesticides for a long time, we might be mentally weak. And if we are exposed to pesticides for a very, very long time, even death could be caused. So pesticides are lethal. Please remember. Now here are your serial number 4, 5 and 6 on your screen. I want you all to quickly start writing the sources and effects. Aditya, kindly switch off your video. If it's done, I can proceed further. Okay, moving on to the next slide, and also the last hero pollutant, which is nothing but methane. The chemical formula of these pollutant is CH4. Now, can anybody tell me where do we find methane inside our house? Is it present inside our house? Okay, if it is yes, tell me where. Correct. Methane gas is present in the LPG cylinders which we have at our home. It's the gas which we use for cooking. Therefore, it is also called as cooking gas. Have you inhaled this gas for a very long time? No, thankfully. But what if there is some gas leak? Is it a very pleasant smell? No. What will happen if you'll inhale this gas for a very long time? Yes, correct. Chakkar aane lagta hai. Yes, we get headache. So let's understand the source. The source has to be industrial leakage. Otherwise, you will not get methane in open other than any biogas plant. And what effect does it cause? It causes poisoning. It causes skin cancer. It can cause asthma, and it can also cause various respiratory tract diseases. Now, this is your last hero pollutant of air pollution. I want you all to write this quickly. Okay. So today what we have seen is we have seen what is air pollution. We have seen what are pollutants, and we also jotted down reasons of air pollution. Remember, whenever you will be writing reasons of air pollution, you will have to bifurcate the answer into two parts. The first will be natural reasons. Second will be man-made reasons. After your reasons, we started with hero pollutants. Remember, there are many pollutants, but we have only taken those ones which cause major impact on air pollution, right? And under that, we have seen sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen, particulate matter, dust, pesticides, and methane. Okay. Next time when we meet, we will be starting with a new concept which you might have not learned earlier. Okay. Thank you very much. See you in the next week.